Okay, so here's a plan for day 5. Contact NFT enthusiasts. So I'm gonna start by getting the ball rolling a little bit on all of this by contacting Crypto Whales, Alex Becker, I already contacted. Just anybody I could Google top NFT whales. I tried this before a while ago when NFTs were big back in 2021. And I don't know, Google isn't helping. Twitter's where it's at. I don't know if it's still where it's at. I know OpenSea is. I'm reading an article. What's this? Crowdfunding. That's what Rhett Mankind did with his what is it, Turbo token. But he had a lot of followers already. Where am I? Whale alert. What is this? Oh yeah. OpenSea reportedly in acquisition discussions after dramatic NFT volume decline. I know Blur is the number 1, but it only has Ethereum. OKX number 2 on it was on DApp radar. But none of those allow for an easy creation of an NFT just from a JPEG. I know OpenSea is the only one. I think I could still do it on a website through Ethereum, through Solidity, and I could just put in a JPEG, scan JPEG. But that's going to take a little bit more time. I got to learn how to do that if I do that with Ethereum. But I'm probably going to just do it with Bitcoin if I'm going to go that route. Or I just might do something with Solana because it's also cheaper, so I don't have to crowdfund. I could just, no gas fees. Oh, this is Midjourney prompts, daily Midjourney prompts. It's a collection I have on OpenSea. But that's just what I'm dealing with now. So once I'm doing all that, and it's 9 o'clock now, and I basically get as much as I can out of Google, whatever I could find, common designs. So I'm going to work on Printify products, vector all of these out, whatever's scanned, really good ones, anything Valentine's Day related. And after I'm making all the designs, maybe post something on Instagram for what people like the most, and then start posting these to Etsy. I feel like maybe I should have been doing this a while ago because it's going to take time for people to get this and ship it out and advertise it. But I think I'm just trying to go for the big money first. I don't know if that's the best idea, or should I have started smaller? But I feel like once I contact people, the time I used to wait could be spent on everything else. Okay, so here's another quick video for day 4. Galaxy Fox. This is their roadmap, white paper creation token. I remember it back in 2021, late 2021, 2022. People would say, I would read, if you want to create, let's say a token or an NFT, but I think it was more along the lines of the tokens. You need a website, a white paper, roadmaps, things like that. And a lot of those ended up being scams. People never really fulfilled any of the roadmaps. They called it rug pulled. I mean, for the people watching this, you probably know what it is, but I'm just trying to be as general as possible. And essentially, stage 1, okay, they just make everything there. Stage 2, marketing and everything. Stage 3, bigger media push, treasury setup, I don't know what that is. Final game tester. This is around the time where people would rug pull or just leave or just give up or not do anything. And other people, so-called investors and tokens, would had invested and lost money, and then launch a merch beta, game testing, introduce new characters. I mentioned this, I put this in this video because I'm starting a little backwards from, I guess, the traditional sense. Oh, and there's 6. Further partnerships are down. Uniswap launch of game. And that looks like the end. Okay. Because I just have the art. I don't really have any technical experience other than making a website on Wix. So I'm starting out with merch for this, and just building up popularity from there. I'll see if that's a good idea or not. It's 7 in the morning, and I've decided to organize this a little bit better because I know there are about 100 more, I'd say, that haven't been scanned. At least like 60 or 70. So because this is kind of scrambled in a way where I've got some Christmas stuff here early on, then they got one Valentine's Day thing here, but then this is related, all these three related to Valentine's Day. I'm going to organize this in a way where it's anything January's first, and then go on from there. February, so all the Februarys, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to look in the in here, see what I haven't scanned, go look through the pile of what I haven't scanned, and add that to the list as a blank number, and I'll just skip some numbers. And that'll also kind of give a conclusion to the total, how much I have in total. And I don't know how to word it, but it'll kind of like indicate, I guess you could say, some trust in the fact that I have a finite amount of art. I mean, maybe not, I don't know, but it'll clear things up for me. It'll organize things up for me a lot easier, because I would know a finite amount of how many Valentine's Day type of cards I have, how many Christmas type of cards I have, how many whatever holiday, St. Patrick's Day, and so on. So I don't have to worry about changing these numbers, any JW20 and the 21, because I had to change that before, because a lot of these, when we scan them, they're basically colored in different versions of the same exact drawing. And I mean, I can sell those as NFTs, you know, maybe as JW26A and B and C and D and E. But I don't think I will. I may sell it like on a t-shirt as a different one, but not as an NFT. I mean, maybe. I don't know. I'll see. Okay, so that's where I'm at, and I'm not going to record myself and speed through it. I'm probably not going to do that anymore. I'll just kind of give updates. It takes a while to edit, and getting tired. Plus, I'm losing time, and I might already be out of time for selling a lot of this, because people are selling things on Etsy, you know, months before already, and already advertising. But because I don't have this organized completely, I think getting off on a really good foot, like a comprehensive good foot, is the best way to go for the long term. And with these, because they're a yearly business greeting card, it's best to get off on the right foot here, even though Valentine's Day is the main part. But I got so many like anytime versions, and plus the NFT potential, and yeah, just to make it organized a little bit more. All right. Okay, so here's an update. I decided to open this and start going through all the originals, and in here there were a lot of epics, colored in ones, and that are epics, and rares, uncolored in ones, a lot of unscanned too. But I'm going through this because I was rescanning this and I noticed the color was different, so maybe the editing was done in Photoshop or Silverfast or whatever scanning. I think I used Silverfast. And I think I decided, okay, I'll go through this because I was on the computer and I realized that the names on the file may change once I scan the next 100 that are in here. On top of that, I'm gonna rearrange the names because they're numbered in JW1 is, where is it? It's in here somewhere. JW2 is this. But I think the first one I'll label as her original, like that right there, right there. And I'm not going to sell that because that has a phone number on there that's not being used anymore. I don't want anybody to call that. And on the NFT version, I erased it in like GIMP or Photoshop or whatever I use. But I only want to show a sneak peek a little bit what I'm doing here because there's so many really cool originals. And I wanted to do a whole presentation of opening this. But just to let everyone know, whoever will watch this, this is what I've been doing for the last day, and it's taking a long time. So I'm going to go through, there's some quote-unquote legendaries back on the shelf over there in the living room. And I'll go through that and find out which ones are worth keeping because, well, they're all worth keeping, but I mean for maybe to rescan and rename them as the main NFT. Because there are so many, for instance, let's say these balloon versions. There are so many different versions, and these are all legendary because I could have scanned any one of them and called them legendary. But I guess I'll just pick one as an NFT. Call that the legendary, and the rest will be epics, just colored in versions. I can go a step further and maybe just call this, let's say, the scanned JW50, and this will be JW50 A, B, C, and then even sell these as NFTs. I'm not sure yet. And then call these epic, and call this one legendary. But that's what I'm doing now. Just sorting throughout. First, trying to get a guesstimation of the total originals she has, and then finding the best one to scan. So I'm going to go back. I'm looking back at the ones that are already scanned, seeing if there are any other colored in versions, if they're worth even better, and presenting them as the scanned version on my website, and then going from there. I know it's taking away time for Valentine's Day, but with Etsy, with Printify, and I'm having problems with my website because the virtual card I was using, I made one mistake, and the Shopify store, and then making ads and everything, you know, that might take another 3 days. Who knows? I don't know. I have a lot of time though, I feel like, and February 14th, maybe people will start ordering like a week before. I still got to get a feel for when to start posting things like this. Plus, a lot of the advice online, I don't know if it's actual advice. Luckily I saw Brett Malinowski's video about the people who give advice on YouTube, and a lot of it is like fake it till you make it. And maybe he doesn't mention it specifically, but I've seen somebody else talk about a lot of YouTube influencers tend to show you how to make thousands of dollars per month online, but they don't actually do that themselves. They're just doing that for the views. And I don't know, it's a weird kind of era in YouTube, you could say, because with the economy and everything, people are looking, okay, how am I going to make money? I don't like my job. And some people's way they make money is to convince other people how to make money, and they get views, and it's a whole like snake eating its own tail kind of economy, and it's not really doing anything. I got to get out of that. Now with this, I don't know how much people are gonna buy merchandise or even the greeting cards, but I don't know, I think they're kind of popular. I've seen it on Etsy. The NFTs too, actually, and I'm kind of having some doubts. I was doing a lot of research online, and I did remember looking up something that kind of gave me a dead end back in like 2021 or 2022 when NFTs first came out. a lot of NFTs are popular only because they just came from something digitally. Like anything scanned or like photographs that wasn't selling as much. It was the fact that origin was digital, and that the people doing it were coders and programmers. They were in that community. So many coming from, but no, there were some famous artists though that made a lot of money, photographs, and just art painters, because a lot of these drawings, yeah, they're incredible, definitely worth keeping, and they're rare because she passed away and there's a finite amount. My great aunt Eva, she's still alive. She's an animator. You know, she can create in her own style and maybe similar to this, but this is something straight from Julie. And there's still some things in here too I have yet to show. Not much, so I don't want to overhype it, but still interesting. So yeah, that's where I'm at now.